ACF members. I hope that all of you and your families are staying safe and well. This is ACF Executive Director Shannon McCabe, and this video is part one of a three-part series on how to use the Zoom video conferencing platform to meet with your colleagues, clients, and even friends and family virtually. Hopefully, you've been keeping up with ACF's weekly member updates. And in a recent one, we shared an article about video conferencing that received a lot of attention from our members in the form of clicks on links to the article. Given this interest, and because we know that this type of technology is new for many of our members, we wanted to share this quick tutorial series on how to get started. There's a lot of information out there on video conferencing and how to use Zoom and other platforms, but our hope is that this tutorial will show you the basics and that you won't have to dig too much further to get started. So why Zoom? It's far from the only video conferencing platform, and in fact, ACF uses several platforms. And this is certainly not an endorsement for the Zoom platform. We've just found it to be a relatively simple one that can be accessed for free with just a few limitations. In this first video, we'll show you how to set up a Zoom account, as well as how to participate via your browser in a meeting that you've been invited to. In part two, we'll download the Zoom app and we'll schedule a meeting. And then in part three, I'll show you how to host your meeting, as well as dig into detail on some of the key features of Zoom. So, let's get started with creating our account. Simply navigate to zoom.us. You can also enter zoom.com and it'll take you right there. Now I'm going to make my screen full size so that you can see what I'm doing here, and you'll see me again in just a minute. So once you've reached the Zoom website, you should see something that looks similar to this, and you should see a sign up button. Here, we're going to click sign up. It's free. And it will ask for a date of birth for verification. I'm just going to put in the first of the year of 1948, since that's ACF's birth year, and we'll click continue. Now it will ask for an email address, and you want to make sure this is an email address that you have access to at the time you're setting up your account, because it will send a verification link. So I'm just going to enter an email address and click sign up. And you'll see that it indicates that it sent an email to my email address with a link to click to confirm. So I'm going to navigate over to my email. And here's our link. So all we have to do here is click the link to activate the account. If you don't see the blue button, sometimes email servers won't allow you to see pictures like this. You can simply click the link. Now, it will ask us if we're signing up on behalf of a school. This is because Zoom is offering some extra freebies to schools during the time of COVID-19. We're going to say no and continue. And it'll now ask us to enter some contact information and a password to create our account. So we're going to just say that we are ACF Foresters, and we'll create a password. Just make sure that the password that you enter meets the requirements laid out for you here. You can, of course, read through the privacy policy and the terms of service before you continue. I'm going to go ahead and click the continue button now. It will give you an option to invite your colleagues. Not necessary to do right now, so I'm just going to click skip this step. Next, you can start a test meeting. This is always a good idea to familiarize yourself with the software, so we'll go ahead and do it now, simply by clicking Start Meeting Now. you'll see that it would like us to download Zoom, and it's trying to download it for us. We don't want to use Zoom in this way. So for now, we're just going to tell it that it's not working and click download here. What it'll do is try to download again, and then if it hadn't popped up already, you should see a line that has been added that indicates that you can start the meeting from your browser. And I'm showing you how to do it this way just because you may be on a device where you can't download the Zoom app, or your browser isn't allowing you to do so. There are various reasons that you may not want to download. We'll show you how to download in the next video, but for now, we are going to start our test meeting from our browser. Now you'll see that we are given the option to join via our computer audio or a phone call. Computer audio will always be your most seamless way to connect, so we'll go ahead and click Join Audio by Computer. It may pop up and ask you if you will want to allow your microphone or your camera to be used. Since you're the one initiating it, go ahead and click Allow. So right now you see that simply our name is on the screen. In order to start our video, we'll simply navigate to the bottom and click Start Video. Again, it's asking us to confirm that we want to allow it to use our video, so we'll say yes. Apologies for the pause there. I had to turn off the video from the first part of this series. Now we'll try again with Start Video, and you see we were successful. Now, in your meeting, you would typically be joining this way to another meeting that has already started. So there would be more than one participant here, and you would see the others in the meeting. You can see down here at the bottom, in addition to starting and stopping our video, we also have the option to mute ourselves and unmute, as well as viewing other participants on the call. And those would show in the list on this right-hand side of the screen. We can also share our screen and use the chat feature. We're going to go through all of these items in detail when we get to part 3 of the series. For now, we're going to leave our test meeting and we'll go through how to participate in a meeting that you've been invited to. So you will see here that we've received a meeting invitation in the form of an email. The scheduler for the meeting could have included additional information in this email, but the important parts to focus on are the links to join the Zoom meeting, as well as the meeting ID and the password, in case you didn't have this link to click to join. If we click on this link directly, we shouldn't need any of this information. So let's click to join. Again, it's going to ask us if we want to download and run Zoom. But we're going to do this with simply our browser again at this point. So we're going to click here to force it to give us that option. And as you see, this line again has popped up indicating that we can join from our browser, which I'll do now. The meeting password is already entered for us, as well as our name as we entered it when we set up our account. So I'll go ahead and click Join. And it's going to ask us if we want to join with our computer audio, which we will do. Again, allowing it to use our microphone. And then we'll start our video. And there we are. And right now we're Zooming with Sport, one of ACF's K9 office assistants when I'm working from home. Here you can see that we can also change our display, maximizing or minimizing ourselves. You can also move around so that you're not blocking whoever you're seeing in the video. We've already gone through some of the controls at the bottom, and we'll go through more in the next video. For now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope that we'll see you in part 2, where we'll go through how to download the Zoom app, as well as how to schedule your own meeting. Thanks for watching this far.